Hey, what's up? This is Bruce from Let Us Cast. Thanks for tuning in. If you're loving this free oral as much as I am, then check me out on Saturday night. I'm going to be doing a free concert on Twitch. You can check it out over at twitch.tv/use just once. That's use just once over on Twitch. And additionally, I'll be taking requests from a list of songs. And now, if you want to do that, you're going to have to actually follow the page, and you can type exclamation SR in the chat, followed by the name of the song you want to hear, and you can request any song that's on my list. So tune in, check it out, and I hope to see you there.
Son of a bitch bastard!
Let's start this again, shall we? Jesus Christ.
You're fucking retarded.
Hey, Pickle-Licker, want to play the right intro?
One more time!
Are you ready?
Welcome back to Let Us Cast. I am Andrew. With me, as always, Bruce.
Hey, how's it going, sir?
It's going all right. You know, strikes and gutters, but you know what, man? That's life.
It is, it is.
Yeah.
Another day, another diaper.
Yep. You're full of the same crap. Yeah.
What have you been up to, good sir?
Not too much, man. Had a job interview recently, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, I thought it went well, and then they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna contact you in the next day or two, let you know what's going on. We just have some other candidates to go over and see what's going on. And then it's one of those things, like, you don't hear from the second day, you're just like, I didn't get the fucking job. Sure enough, I wake up this morning, man, there's the email. Hey, we don't think you would be a good fit for this job. Like, you pigs.
Oh, man, that sucks. Is that the one you were telling me about before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that sucks.
What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, I'm sure you'll find something, though.
Yeah, I'll find something, man. But
That's honestly kind of why, like, I know we're going to talk about it later, but, like, or we'll do a quick plug or whatever, but, like, the concert tomorrow, like, part of me doing that is, like, just so I don't lose my mind. Like, I don't have a job that I hate, but at the same time, it's not what I love, and I really want to, like, do something that I really enjoy. So I'm not looking to get money out of it or anything, but it's just I need some sort of outlet. And I remember it was always, like, a good outlet for me to, like, pick up my guitar and let out my anger and shit on it. And so I'm like, you know what, I've revisited a lot lately, and I was like, you know what, this is kind of it's been nice to get back into it. Even before I considered doing, like, any performing, I was like, it's been really nice to, like, be with the instrument again as much as I have it. Because there was a long time, like, the last few years where I haven't even, like, touched the guitar for, like, weeks on end. Like, it's crazy. It's amazing how much has come back, actually.
yeah, well, I mean, since I've known you, like, you've been that creative type. Like, you know, there's creative types where, like, they can just look at something, they'll just start, like, sketching something, or they'll just, you know, they'll be creative in some fucking way, in some sort. But yours was always more like with music.
Yeah.
You know, specifically, like, you know, the guitar.
Yeah, whenever I got, like, pissed off or something, I would go over to the music center and take it out on the guitar or something. That's where I usually would, like, start writing most of my songs.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Which maybe that's a testament to, like, how good my life has been in general, is I haven't had the urge to write any songs. I must not have been very pissed off.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also one of those things, like, it's good to see that you're having that creative outlet again. It's just like, you know what, man, I got to do something.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, some of it was sparked by, you know, some drama that was happening that I don't really want to get into, but we've talked about it off air, I think.
I think so.
So that sort of is what started the whole, like I was just so frustrated that I just started, I wanted to pick it up and start, like, letting out my anger about that situation, and it really helped. And honestly, it's better than, like, meditating or anything else really that I've tried. In that, like, I find I can just lose myself in it. And even if I'm just playing the same old shit, like, that's all I'm thinking about for that however long it is. Like, whether it's a half an hour, or several hours, like, that's where my mind is at, is on the music. It's not on whatever's bothering me. And so just that alone, like, just getting away is really, really helpful.
Yeah, but I mean, it's, again, it goes back to, you know, everybody, I think, in that sense, needs that creative outlet in their life to just help them back away from a situation, try and figure shit out, or even just fucking escape for a while.
Yeah, and
But
honestly, I was thinking too, like maybe my creative outlet can help your like, because one thing that I think of too is like I know you really need something to help your outlet, and that's why like it's really good to do this podcast, because that's something that we can do together. But also like part of writing this music, I'm like, hey man, Andy can write some lyrics, and he used to really get a kick out of that. Maybe he could sing some of them, but it's like we're trying to work on movies together. Like I do like to try to include like my circle of friends or people that I care about in what I'm doing if I can. So it's not always just about like how can I use this as an outlet for me, but it's also like, hey man, like this is something I could get Andy in on.
yeah,
So
I mean that's not a bad thing either because I mean it's always, at least from personal experience for me, it's always better to have like, that somebody else, at least like one other person, like bounce something off of, like, hey, that sounds great, what if we do this? Oh, that'd be great, what
yeah,
if we twist it around, kind of like do this,
yeah.
something like that. I always like personal experience. I mean, it's different for everybody obviously, but I mean just for myself, like it was always better to have somebody to just bounce some ideas off of.
I agree because you're always going to have someone that has a different perspective than you who, and if they're a good friend, like if I come to you with an idea and you're like, dude, that is the worst shit I've ever heard. I know, you're going to tell me, dude, that is the worst shit I ever heard. Like you're not going to just tell me like, oh no, that's great, man. So, but like having someone that you can bounce shit off of that's going to be honest with you and who has a different perspective is really important.
Yeah, and I mean that's usually, like, for me, a good sign of like a creative mind is like somebody that can take something, turn it askew and look at it from a different angle. Kind of like
Yeah.
how like a comedian works in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I've
So
never been good with physical media though. I don't know about you. I know you've done a bit of drawing. I don't know like how you feel you are with it, but I personally I'm terrible with like drawing or painting for the most part. Now, granted, I don't do a lot of it, but
oh god,
when I try, I'm not I suck so bad,
oh
man.
god, I'm atrocious.
You're probably better than I am though, if I had to
No,
guess.
just
No,
flat out
I find
no.
that hard to believe.
Like if like no word of a lie, dude. Like if you saw like some of my drawings, you'd just be like, my god, did you have a stroke or something? Jesus.
Who
Like,
touched you?
yeah. Like that's, yeah, it's that bad. It's like I remember when I was working, like when I first got hired for my current job. I'm not gonna say where it is, obviously, but um during like slow times, I would just start like just drawing like goofy little cartoons just to kind of like vent off steam and whatnot. And I thought like some of them came out, like some of them were weird, some of them were funny, some were depressing. But I was just like, all right, you know what? At least I'm doing something with this. Like this is therapy
Yeah.
right now because I can't go see a fucking therapist.
Yeah, some sort of expression to let shit out, like keeping a journal. Some people do. That's the other thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be creative. It could just be like, I mean, I guess you could consider a podcast creative, but it could even be like just like basically what we do and just get on and talk to somebody about like just nothing, like just talk about whatever, and that helps too because again, it's sort of like it takes your mind off of the shit that is bothering you for a little while because you're having like in this case, like we're just having basically a conversation. So I'm not thinking about all the shit that was pissing me off before now that might have been pissing me off before now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
but it
it,
goes back to that, turning something, askew for somebody. Like, you're thinking about doing one thing, like, you floated by me, like, hey, do this. Like, all right, well, what if I do this? Turn
mm,
it askew for you.
yeah,
And then that kind of gets everything going. Like, shit, why didn't I think of that? What else can I think of? Like, oh, let's turn this around here again. Like, I love that creative process.
and then you have a view askew, huh? Huh? Huh?
God
Huh?
damn it, he'll be here for the rest of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Try the waitress. Try the waitress. Tip the veal.
Uh, okay. All right. So, anyways, moving on from
That,
me.
that killed you right in your tracks, huh? Jesus.
So
Like,
moving on from cannibalism and cow tipping.
that's not what I mean by try the waitress.
Well, I you got another way you can go with that, like,
Yeah, it's innuendo, sir. Get it? Like try the waitress, like fuck the waitress, tip over a cow. It's a joke, sir. It's meant to be sexual innuendo and crude humor.
moving on.
I see we're back to where we were with this originally. Okay, cool.
Like, Bruce, you remember that shit I was talking about, like turning things on its side, kind of looking things from a different angle?
I didn't mean that way.
Don't do that anymore. Like, you have emboldened from doing it.
You're on hand-raising policy now.
Yeah. Thankfully, this is a podcast. I can't see you raising your hand, so I can't fucking call on you. This is going to be a great show.
Well, I mean, honestly, anytime you have to explain a joke, that should kind of tell you, like,
yeah,
not so strong.
No, like, I got what you were going for. I went for a different joke, and you were just like, well, no, it's this. Like, you fuck the waitress. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. See, now I'm explaining my joke.
Now
the whole thing is
stand up to me.
the whole thing is fucking gone.
Welcome to Let Us Cast, everybody. My name is
My name is Joke Killer.
Oh man.
See,
so anyway, we didn't come here to tell you that.
It's times like this, man. I wish Robert Stack were still alive, man. Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries, what happened to this crucial joke that Bruce was trying to tell Andrew?
How it got derailed so quickly, and why nobody cares.
And is there paranormal activity going on with this joke? No, there isn't. Well, fuck me. Who cares? Let's put on a show. Like, what happened to Bruce's joke? Scenario number 1. It's hanging by its neck in its fucking closet.
Well, they do call me the joke killer.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, what was it? Last week we were talking about like a top 5 list of movies, and yes. I think there was miscommunication on both of our parts in that sense of like I think last week we just said top 5 movies all time, and then you were like, oh no, it's top 5 horror. So we just
neither of us went back and listened to it, so we just did both.
Yeah, we're just gonna do both.
We just became overachievers overnight.
Yeah. So keep in mind this is like no order at all, just to kind of make things.
I didn't do mine like number 1, number 2. Like it's just hey, here's 5 of my all-time favorites, and I gotta say it was really hard.
Like for me, the horror movie one was a little bit harder because it's like, there's not a lot of like really good horror movies. No,
but that's why like at least one of the ones that I picked is a little bit for just because I enjoy it and not because it's necessarily a great horror flick.
No, like to be fair, like one of the movies that I picked on my on my all-time movie list is appearing on the horror list, so I'm kind of I'm lighting the candle at both ends at that in that aspect. But I mean, it's that good of a movie.
Bastard.
What, dude? It fucking works. We didn't make any rules for that either, so you know.
That's true. And hey, if you legitimately feel that it fits in both categories, then fuck it. It fits in both categories.
Yeah, I mean, if you argue with, if you disagree with me, I mean, okay, that's your opinion, but you know, kiss my dick. We didn't make any rules for this.
There's a window I can throw you out
of. Bruce will kill you like a joke.
And in this episode, the defenestration of Bruce. Next week, new co-host.
Next week, we reanimate Bruce and we do it all over again. So Bruce, what do you think about this? Yep, gone.
I was about to say it's like that Superman joke, but I'm not gonna, I'm not about to start another joke, given that I've already proven myself as joke killer on this episode. So yeah,
your track record is spotty at this point.
yeah. Let's avoid that, shall we? It's gonna have to be I don't know. Yeah, I'll just abstain from jokes, man. Oh shit.
Oh man.
Well, I almost said something else, and then I realized no, because he's gonna fucking get on me about that too. So I gotta watch what I say on this shit.
No, man, you have carte blanche to say whatever the fuck you want on here, man. I don't give a shit. Like,
I know, but I know what like you could catch me on, so I'm like, I ain't saying that shit. I ain't baiting myself into a corner. Hell no.
Oh man. All right.
So our top 5 list, we did top 5 horror flicks and top 5 all-time
yes
movies, if you will, cinema.
Yes.
Motion pictures.
Yeah. So there were no rules for it, like well, you can't have one movie appear on the same list, or this can only be movies that